Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Toast Tuesday. It is September 3rd, 2024. I am Mike.
And I'm Cameron.
And we are coming to you from our press pad today.
Right, a little different.
This is where the magic happens during harvest.
It's
I thought
so
it was
cool.
a great time to kind of do the show from a different location. So yeah, this is great. We've got our crusher to stemmer behind us, our presses behind us, barrels over here ready to go.
Yes.
We've got a fermentation bin here ready. That's kind of what we're using as our table today. So pretty exciting, great location for this show today. So Cameron, how was your week?
Oh, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I hung out with some toast heads.
Toast heads, really?
Toast heads,
Oh,
yeah.
I love it.
They were so sweet. They've come by pretty often, and then we just got talking, and then we just became friends, and it was just a lot of fun to see them.
I love it.
It was fun.
All right, that's cool. So hanging out with some toast heads. You can give them a shout out if you'd like.
Josh and Cece, hey guys, thank you.
Josh and Cece,
Josh
yeah,
and Cece.
sure. I know they come in pretty regularly.
Often.
Yeah, I like
they
them.
Too.
Great. So that's cool.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
I love it.
Thank you.
All right, so what happened here? So we bottled once more. Again, we got our last bottling in before harvest officially kicks off. We did Rita this time. We did Rita again. I didn't want to run out. I didn't want to have to worry about bottling during the middle of harvest because that's what would have happened.
Bad.
Yeah, you remember that time I ran out for 4 days?
Never again.
Ooh, man, Jane was not happy. Not happy. She was not.
Full on edge.
Yeah, we were out for 4 days. I've been bottling it in batches this year. That's one of the reasons why, right? We do it in house here on kind of a manual line, and it's a lot of effort to bottle that. So I've been doing like 260 gallons at a time, which will get us through. So that was our third one. That'll probably get us through to the winter holidays, and I'll probably be bottling it again.
I'll be just flying for Christmas.
Yeah, over the winter holidays, we'll be doing some more. So. So that happened, but here we are now. Harvest is getting ready to start. Yeah. So it's Tuesday. First grapes coming in today.
Beautiful.
That's why we're kind of here on set before the grapes arrive.
Nice.
We're getting some Baco Noir.
That's interesting.
Baco Noir. Yeah. It's a red wine grape. It's a French hybrid. Really looking forward to working with this grape now. A lot of times people will blend Baco. I'm going to try and make it a single varietal. That's it'll depend on how the fruit is, what I'm thinking as the wine is coming along. But it has nice, real earthy flavors. Tobacco, even you pick up on that, and it's hard to say. Well, what's tobacco taste like? But you just know it. you just know it when you smell it, and when you taste it. It's got a little bit of a tobacco flavor, cherry. Tart raspberry. So we'll see. We'll see how it comes along. I'm excited to get that in.
That's another red for us. That's
another red. First one of the 2024 harvest. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Good and we ferment red wines right in these bins here. This makeshift table that we're sitting at. That's why this bin is clean. Sanitized, ready to roll.
Nice.
We'll get those grapes in. They'll probably come in a bin just like this, and we'll put it into the crusher to stemmer, which is right behind us, and we'll pump it into this bin here. Skins, seeds, all that wonderful Baco Noir juice, and we'll ferment it right in this bin. So we'll give you some more. We'll give you some shots of harvest as it's coming along. Do a little bit of behind the scenes of harvest once we get going, so you can look forward to that on future episodes. But I'm excited.
I would be excited too
to get it
started.
Never
seen it before.
It's going. So let's get ready to roll here.
Yeah.
What else is happening at Toast Winery?
Well, pickles are still going, right? They haven't stopped. Pickles
are going. Pickles are going. Yeah, they haven't stopped. We had Labor Day weekend.
We did. So, we had an extra day doing it.
Extra day of doing pickles, right? Pickles on a Monday. We did. Yeah, for sure.
It was good. A lot of people.
A lot of support this weekend. Thanks everyone who came out.
Always.
Yeah, it was a great weekend.
Always a good weekend.
Long weekend. So that's great. Hey, I've got two big announcements today.
Yes,
two big announcements, right? I'm going to get ready to make one right now. and then we're going to make one at the end of the show. So you got to stay tuned for the whole thing in order to get the second announcement. But you know, the first announcement, I probably wouldn't have done this if today wasn't Tuesday, September 3rd. But today is Toast Winery's 4th anniversary.
4 years.
4 years. 4 years since Jane and I purchased this this tasting room and winery here. September 3rd, 2020. Right smack in the middle of COVID, when we had no idea what was going on or what was going to happen. But we did it. We said if we don't do it now, we may never do it.
Exactly.
And you know, we're thrilled that we did. So yeah, it's amazing. Our 4-year anniversary.
That's awesome.
So we're getting ready
to
head into our 5th year. So yeah, it's we're pretty excited about that.
I would totally be
for
excited.
Sure.
Yeah.
And probably most of the Toast heads know, and a lot of people know, right? So this used to be Pampas Ass Winery. That was the name of the winery. That was the name of the winery that we bought. And you know, there's a little story that goes with that too. That for it's part of our story. That's what I mean, right? It's not a brand we love. It's not a brand that represents who Jane and I are, but it's part of our history. It's part of our story. So we were able to buy Pampas Ass Winery. Again, September 3rd, 2020. We came with all their inventory. They actually hadn't been open since March, so they've been closed for about 6 months due to COVID. And because we bought their inventory, we were able to open the doors right away and start having people in here and start selling wine. And so we were pretty thankful for that at the end of the day. So we opened as Pampas Ass Winery in September of 2020, selling the wine that we purchased from them. And we were packed. We were packed that after we, you know, one, because they hadn't been open for 6 months, and two, it was COVID year. Come to find out, in hindsight, the entire Finger Lakes region was busier as all get out during COVID. So while we didn't know what was going to happen, what ended up actually happening is that we were packed here in the Finger Lakes, and so we were so busy. So when we first got this, we said we really don't want to keep this brand around. We were not planning to keep the brand, but we were so busy. We were like, well, this is crazy. People really like this. Maybe we shouldn't just kind of throw it away so quickly. So we rolled with it for a little while. Our first Toast wines came out, you know, after harvest in March of 2021. That was when the first official Toast wines hit the shelf. We actually bottled some wines from that harvest under the Pampas brand because we weren't really sure what we were doing with it at that time. We thought, oh, it's busy, people really like it. Let's not just throw it away. So we had both going on at the same time, and we literally did not know what we were going to do. But we're very thankful for the Pampas brand brought a lot of people into the door.
It did.
Like it or not.
That's true.
Right? You know that as well, because you were here when we were still doing kind of both at the time. And it got us a chance to introduce the Toast brand to people slowly over time.
Yes.
You know,
I felt like that was such a very good.
It really worked out well. So while we were selling through the inventory that we had from Pampas, then we were selling our own wine next to it, and even our own wine that we made with the Pampas name on it.
Absolutely.
We got to introduce ourselves to Toast as we were just going through the just the process, right? Like, I'm sure even you yourself, like how just the wine names were so aggressive.
They were not
it was not something that really represented Jane and I, and we just reached the point where we need to just enough is enough, and we need to move on. And we never looked back, and we have no regrets about that. But I just thought I'd share that little history about Pampas, right? Because of course, whether we like the brand or don't like the brand, it doesn't matter. It was part of our story. It was part of our history. And again, I think it actually worked out well to be able to introduce Toast to people during that time while they were coming in and experiencing both. So we were able to kind of transition, move away from that, fully moved away from it for probably about a year now.
Yeah. It's been a year.
And longer than that. We had like one straggler that stuck around for a little while, right? And so anyway, we're real happy with where we're at. Can't believe it's been 4 years already. It's flown by. I feel like in some ways we're just getting started.
That's true. Like it's still your first year. Almost,
I feel like, and I feel like you're coming along with the journey with us, and I love that.
So good to see this expansive.
You've seen a lot of change, and well, you've been here for over 2 years now.
2 years now.
And you've gotten to see a lot of change just in your 2 years too. So again, I feel like we're just getting started. I got a million ideas and different things that I still want to do, and we're, Jane and I are super hands-on every day. Pros and cons for Cameron here. It's not easy to work. Not easy to work for owners like directly that are involved in it.
A lot of pressure every day.
Yeah, so I get it, but at the same time,
it's still like
there's pros to it as well, right? You get a lot of insight, I guess. I don't know, but
well, it's good to know that you really care about what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't buy a winery to let somebody else run it and not be involved in it, right? We really wanted to do this. This is like our thing. And anyway, I don't want. I've already talked about it too long, but 4 years in the books today, September 3rd, 2024. I love it.
Good day.
We have no regrets, and we're so excited for the future of what we're going to be doing here. So yeah. Speaking of, and I just wanted to bring this up, like I try not to get too hung up on Google reviews, right? When we get a review from somebody, it's like, you're never going to make everybody happy. No. It's usually the ones that had a problem with, I don't know, trying to get a table or what, I don't know. You get a bad review, it really hurts the heart. Yes. Right? Even it does. For you, right? I know you feel it hurts the heart when you get a bad review, but that comes with the territory, and that's gonna happen. We also get a lot of good reviews.
We do.
We get a lot of great reviews. So
very positive.
We're thrilled with that. But one of the things about buying an existing business, it comes with all their history of reviews.
Oh.
So when you look at our kind of rating, I feel like it doesn't really represent, the Toast experience, because we have like 10 years of pompous ass winery experience. And
I did not know that.
Yes, and you could get that erased, but you have to turn over so much personal information to Google for them to make that happen. It's just not worth it.
No.
Right? So we're looking for help from people to leave reviews if you've had a great experience.
Yeah, totally.
Right? If you've had a great experience at Toast, we're kind of asking for your help to say, hey, leave a good Google review, right? You had a great experience with Cameron, which a lot of people love Cameron.
Thank you.
There's Cameron's referenced in several reviews by name because he gives amazing customer service. So, leave us a review on Google. It would help to kind of just like chip away at the old reviews that kind of are still part of the Google system that aren't really our reviews.
No.
We put a QR code right on the tasting sheet, so we couldn't make it any easier.
Takes you right to
it'll pull up Google right away, and then you could use your review there. Now, if you didn't have a good experience, let us know.
Still let us know,
right? No, we want. I mean, maybe not a Google review. Let's have a conversation, right? How can we fix it? What did we do wrong? How can we make it better?
Yes.
That for sure is important to us too. Like if you didn't have a good experience, we want to know about it.
Make sure.
But we're all open to have that kind of conversation to understand what went wrong and how we can make it better.
Absolutely.
Right? Because that's how we learn. We learn from things that maybe didn't go as well as we had hoped it did. But
take it in a different approach.
Anyway, that's my Google review pitch. Again, if it wasn't for the history of that, I just feel like it bothers me a little bit that we have all those reviews from years ago that when we did not own the winery.
That's true.
It's a little bit frustrating to have that dragging our score down a little bit, but leave a review if you had a great experience. All right, so we're plowing through this. I feel like I'm doing a lot of talking here, Cameron. What are we drinking today? What are we drinking today? Let's talk about
Nat, short for Pétillant Naturel.
You got it.
Chardonnay version that we did this year, and I think this is our best one that we've done so far.
I think so. This is our third Pet Nat. 2023, 100% Chardonnay.
Yeah.
100% Seneca Lake Chardonnay.
Absolutely, just us. And there goes my script.
So it's the lake that we're on. I love this too. I think this is our favorite.
Good.
So again, humble brag, but last year our 2022 Pet Nat won Best in Class in the New York Wine Classic.
Yeah, so there. I mean, you make really good Pet Nats.
I thought this one was even better.
Yeah,
but you know, as judging will go sometimes. A little breezy out
here.
Here.
Right.
You know, some things show well sometimes they don't. So anyway, I'm super happy with it. We still won a silver medal in the New York Wine Classic.
So good.
Petulant Naturel. Petulant Naturel is French for natural bubbles.
Oh, okay.
That's what that translates to. And we say for short, Pet Nat is the kind of the word that people use. Pet Nat. It's also called the ancestral method of making a sparkling wine. The ancestral method, a traditional method, champagne style sparkling wine, a totally different process. Ancestral method, which is what a Pet Nat is here. We actually bottle this wine while it's still fermenting.
Different.
So it's fermenting in the tank. It's going through. And we haven't done much to this wine at all. It's just, and then you bottle it up when the sugar reaches a certain level, because that's the timing of when you bottle this is really important.
Gotcha.
It'll determine whether the wine will be flat or potentially over bubbly, or it'll just explode on you when you put it out. You have to bottle it right at the right moment when the sugar level is exactly where it needs to be to create the perfect carbonation.
Gotcha.
I think this one was pretty
spot
perfect,
on.
In my opinion.
Love it.
We don't do anything else to the wine. There's no filtering. There's no clarifying. There's no. This is what the grapes really intended to get you.
Yeah, it just did it by itself.
Yeah, and the bubbles that you get here, carbonation or CO2 is a byproduct of fermentation. And so when you bottle it up and put that cap on there, all that CO2 just goes into the solution, carbonates the wine.
Gotcha.
Naturally.
Oh,
natural
that's pretty
bubbles.
cool.
Yeah.
Just...
So that's the idea of a Pet Nat here. Normally these are very dry. We did disgorge our Pet Nat this year. So there's a couple different ways you can, and disgorging means, so whenever you ferment something, after the fermentation is complete, all the yeast and dead yeast cells and everything like settles out. So you'll get like a little sediment at the bottom of the bottle in a Pet Nat. And then when you open it up, all that sediment kind of goes into the wine, clouds it all up, and then call it kind of a cloudy Pet Nat.
Cloudy Pet Nat.
I made the decision this year to disgorge this. I just didn't like the way it tasted after all the sediment kind of sprung up, and people will say, "Oh, well, that's not really a Pet Nat." There's many different ways to make a Pet Nat. There's no
one definitive.
You'll hear me say this all the time, but the cliche is if you ask the same question to 10 winemakers, you'll get 11 different answers. Because there's so many different ways to do things, right?
That's
so
cool.
I decided to disgorge this year, but I did it with what we call an à la voulée, is what they say in France. À la voulée method, where typically if you're going to disgorge, you'll turn the bottle upside down for, I don't know, 6 weeks or so. All that sediment falls into the neck of the bottle. And then you normally would freeze the neck, pop off that bottle cap, all that frozen plug just kind of shoots out. I did it à la voulée, which means I didn't freeze the necks. So I did let the sediment all settle in here for about 6 weeks. And then still pop the bottle cap off, and it shoots out most of the sediment, not all. And the reason I did that is because it's a Pet Nat, so it's still got a little bit of cloudiness to it.
Funkiness in there.
Yeah, and I wanted to keep some of that, and but it just made the wine a lot cleaner, and to me, and it's just it's a great way to do it. And I might do that for the future.
That's beautiful.
So this disgorging process, we actually videoed the disgorging process while we were doing it.
You did?
And popped it up as a reel on Instagram. For whatever reason, this is like our most watched video by like 1,000 times.
That's
like
awesome.
All these different things we post on social media. The à la voulée method of disgorging got over 30,000 views.
That's awesome.
If you look at any of our other like reels and stuff like that, they don't even break 1,000. 1,000 views. This had 30,000 views. For whatever reason, some people picked it up and it started getting shared around. It wasn't even that exciting of a video.
But it's still
30,000 views. I just couldn't believe it.
We had toast heads before we knew it.
Who knows? Yeah, that was our most watched video
Nice.
on Instagram. I've not repeated a Pet Nat yet, so this is our third one. Again, the first year we did Pinot Noir, a dry rosé style of Pinot Noir. Last year we did Muscat Ottonel.
That was a fun one.
This year we did the Chardonnay. This one's been so popular that I'm going to repeat this one this year.
Really?
I'm going to repeat this one again. I'm also going to do 2 more Pet Nats.
Look at that.
I'm going to do 2 more. I've got some Marquette coming in this year from Harvest.
Nice.
I'm going to do a rosé version of a Marquette Pet Nat. I think that's going to be really cool.
That'll be fun.
And I'll save the third one for as a little bit secret? Of a surprise.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
we'll save it. But we're going to do 3.
I can't give it all out.
They're all going to be super small batch, like literally like 20 cases maybe.
Oh, that's really small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because if I do too much of it, then it might have too much of it, right? So
it does go bad,
because
right?
I'm going to do. It doesn't necessarily go bad, but I think these taste better when you drink them fresh.
Understandable. Okay.
I really do. I think within the first year is what I would recommend to drink a Pet Nat.
Beautiful.
Because we generally don't put salt bites in the wine either, which protects the wine from oxidation and things like that. So I think it's better to drink this fairly fresh, but I've certainly bought Pet Nat that's been a year or 2 old and tasted just fine.
Well, beautiful. Okay, good. Nice.
So that's what we're drinking today. I
love it.
Try
Let's give a little sip.
It's so fruity.
Perfect. Oh, even the smell is so nice.
Yeah, it's just so crisp and dry. You get some grapefruit and pineapple flavors in there.
That's perfect in this weather right now.
Really, really good, and excited to do it again. I really brought this on the show today to talk about the future harvest because we have like a case of this left. Literally,
oh, that's nothing.
Literally have like a case of this wine left. So not putting it on there to promote it today, but to look forward to our future Pet Nat.
That's true.
Which will make its debut probably in the spring of 2025.
Oh, nice.
So won't be.
We'll see you then.
Won't be too long. Yeah. Topical topics on a Tuesday. I feel like we're running long here, so I'm going to skip the topical topic section because we're going to lose people.
They've already turned it off.
I know they've got to wait for the last big announcement, right? So let's skip this topical topic. Maybe we'll do it again next time. It really wasn't my favorite anyway.
That's okay.
Yeah, so we're going to skip this is a decision being made on the fly.
Oh, that was quick.
We're skipping the topical topic, and we're going to go right into the top 5 list.
Top 5, okay.
So it's September now.
Yep.
One of my favorite songs in September by Electric Light Orchestra. An old band.
In
September. ELO. Wait, do I have that right? No.
Is it
Earth, Wind, and Fire? Okay. Of course. Thank you, Cameron. You were looking at me weird, and I thought, okay, I definitely messed that up. It's Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yep.
September. You got to play that song when it becomes September. I love that song. So, like we did with Taylor Swift's August.
Yeah.
I thought, well, let's do our favorite top 5 Earth, Wind, and Fire songs.
Oh, Mike.
You don't have a top 5 list of Earth, Wind, and Fire songs? What's wrong with you?
I only know the one.
Oh, Cameron.
All
right. We won't do that. I couldn't put you through that.
Okay.
So I did. I thought it was.
I was like, we're going to have to.
Yeah, no, I think that's a little before your time, Earth, Wind, and Fire. But hey, let's do top 5 snack chips.
Oh, that's easy. I could do chips all day.
Yeah, okay. They don't have to be potato chips, snacks, whatever your
just chips in general?
Savory type of snacks.
Let's hear
it. Top 5. Whose turn is it to go first?
Oh, we did. It'll probably be me.
I think you go first then. Give me your 5 top snack chips.
Top 5. Okay, I love it. Number 5.
Yes.
We're just doing any barbecue, like any brand of barbecue.
Any brand of barbecue. Okay.
Yes. I don't have a preference. It's a very good neutral chip.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. I'm going Tostitos with my 5.
That's a good one.
It's Tostitos. I mean, it's not that exciting, right? It's just tortilla chip. But you know what? When I'm doing harvest and I'm here late and I'm getting home like 9, 10 o'clock at night, that's what I'll have for dinner. I'll put some Tostitos on a plate, melt some cheese in the microwave on top of it with some hot sauce, and there you go. There's dinner.
Almost nachos.
There's dinner. Some Tostitos. So that had to be in my top 5.
Nothing wrong with that dinner.
What do you got for number 4?
Number 4, we're doing sour cream and onion chips.
Okay, sour cream and onion.
Those are good.
I do like sour cream and onion chips. Yeah, I know you like sour cream. I've seen you eat the chips.
Oh,
you
the
do
chips
like
we
the
have
sour
here,
cream.
those are the ones I go to.
Yeah, you like the sour cream and onion ones. That's a fact.
Those are my favorite.
My number 4, the sourdough hard pretzels that you can get, like the bigger ones, right?
Yes.
Snyder's of Hanover.
Yep.
Not Snyder's of Berlin.
Nope.
There's 2 different Snyder's.
There are 2.
Snyder's of Hanover sourdough hard pretzels.
Those are good. Good choice. Oh, I didn't even think about that one.
All right. What else you got? What's
I've
3?
been really getting into this number 3. It's the Buffalo Cheetos. Like, they're just
Buffalo
hot.
Cheetos.
Buffalo Cheetos.
Wow.
For whatever reason, they are so good.
I can't even imagine what your hands must look like.
Oh, they're gross, but
your hands,
so good.
Your mouth, your teeth. You probably have like red everywhere. No, I mean that's okay.
No, it's
you're
true.
still young. I can't eat
right.
Cheetos anymore, but you're still young to be able to enjoy those. So good.
Thank you.
Well, mine's kind of a messy one too. My number 3, Doritos.
Oh,
I like Doritos, and I go
good.
with the original nacho cheese.
Yeah.
If I had them, if somebody put different flavors in front of me, that's the one I go with.
Be the nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese.
Yep.
I mean, I like other ones, but nacho cheese is my go-to. Number 3,
choice.
Doritos.
Number 2, it's a very specific one. It is the plain Pringles.
Plain Pringles in the red can. In the red can.
Those are so good. I don't know. There's something about the salt, and it's just.
A friend of mine. Fun fact: those were actually invented at Rutgers University, not by a friend of mine. A friend of mine that attended Rutgers has this as a fun fact for me. Whenever I, for some reason, bring up Pringles for him, he's quick to point out invented at Rutgers University.
I like that. Well, good. A little tidbit.
Yeah. Shout out Jonathan.
John.
Yeah, for that little tidbit. Wait, I'm up. Number 2.
You.
So that was your number 2. Wow. Okay, that's a good one.
Thank you.
I didn't think about Pringles, but Cheez-Its.
Oh, I didn't think about Cheez-Its.
I'm a big Cheez-Its fan.
Oh,
and if you want to get real specific, the extra toasty.
Oh, yes.
The
They're
extra
so
toasty
crispy.
are the ones that I go to.
Look at that.
Cheez-Its.
Oh, no.
Love them.
Oh, yeah. I love Cheez-Its. Oh, good choice.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with number 1.
All right.
We're doing Doritos. We're going to stick with number 1. I can't change it.
I like that. That's a good choice.
Thank you.
What, any particular flavor of Doritos?
Nacho cheese, Mike. That's
nacho cheese
that's
as
the
well?
only one I could do.
I love it. I like these. I like it when we have things in common like
good.
this.
I like the.
My number 1, ABL. ABL. Remember we talked about ABC, anything but Chardonnay?
Anything but. Oh, I know
ABL, anything but Lay's. I despise Lay's potato chips like there's no tomorrow. I don't know why. They're just greasy and they're
you don't get too much either in the back.
And I don't like Lay's. So sorry, Lay's is not going to be a sponsor of Toast Tuesdays.
We lost.
Unfortunately.
So
I'm anything but Lay's. ABL.
Anything but Lay's.
And then I'm with you though. Barbecue.
Yes.
Barbecue.
Okay, good.
You give me a barbecue. Any barbecue chip is my go-to all the time.
Anything but Lay's.
So ABL barbecue.
Love it.
That's where I'm at.
Good choice. Oh, good.
That was fun.
ABL.
Yes.
That's a good one.
All right, that was good. What do you think? You ready for the second announcement?
I love it. I'm excited. I have no idea what it could be, but I'm ready.
Good. All right, we got one more announcement. So we're going to do a little teaser for next week's show.
There we go.
Next week's show, we have a special guest interview.
Really?
The interview's already happened.
Okay, good.
So you're going to still see Cameron and I, and then we'll put the interview into the show.
Yeah.
But we interviewed Matthew Butts. Matthew is the head winemaker at Seneca Lake's newest winery.
Really?
Newest winery, Poplar Wine Company.
Really?
So,
congrats.
There's been some teasers out there on social media about Poplar Wine Company. Again, going to be Seneca Lake's newest winery.
Amazing.
I had the opportunity to sit down with Matthew, get all the scoop from him about what's going to be happening, because they are going to be doing harvest this year. And so tune in next week for a special interview to learn more about Poplar Wine Company and to talk to Matthew Butts.
So
super excited about that. I thought it was a great interview, and look forward to sharing that with everybody. And you guys can get your first look at Poplar Wine Company. The toast heads can find out things first.
That's true. Look at that.
So that's exciting.
We got things.
So we're excited about that. That'll be next week's episode.
Amazing. That's
All right?
good. Something to look forward to
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. I don't know how long we've gone, but I think we've gone long.
That's a good.
So let's get to the toast,
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
And it have to be
Yeah.
ELO now. Earth, wind, and fire.
Earth, wind, and fire.
I'm never gonna. I mentally
It'll
that's
never
gonna haunt
go
me.
away.
That's gonna haunt me
Yep.
forever.
Comments are already blowing up with
that I screwed that up. Earth, wind, and fire. September.
September.
You gotta do it.
Good
it's
choice.
September.
It's true.
I love this song anyway, but especially in September.
Of course.
All right.
Here
Do
we
you
go.
remember the 21st night of September? Love was changing the minds of pretenders while chasing the clouds away. That's it. Cheers.
Cheers.